Now back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Gaston's White River Resort, and Barton Power Sports.
Hey, it's always good to talk about the Bassmaster Classic on Outdoors with Larry Ray, and we do this every year. We try to hook up the Saturday before the Classic, and the next guy on the show last year was a little different. A little bit different, being a TV analyst.
Absolutely.
Kevin VanDam, how was it not being on the water last year?
You know what? The only time that it really bothered me was being there the morning of the launch and not being one of the guys going out. But other than that, you know, I've been a fan of the sport my whole life.
Yes.
And so it was actually pretty cool.
But you're glad you're glad to be back, right?
Oh, no doubt. No, I'd much rather like it this way. You know, I'm trying to make the best of it. You know.
We got Kevin VanDam from Kalamazoo, Michigan, on with us. Kevin has 4 Bassmaster Classic wins, 7 Angler of the Year titles. And this is your 25th? Is that right? Classic since turning pro. So this is what's 25th? Is that silver or what is that?
Diamonds, I don't know.
It's silver, right? This is your silver anniversary.
Quarter of a century.
Yeah.
A quarter of a century. Man, I can remember when I was the outdoor editor of the Memphis paper and Kevin VanDam was coming out of Kalamazoo, Michigan, and you were 19. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, you're still 19, it feels like to us down here in Memphis. But congratulations, part of the Strike King family, and we want to talk about that because, Mark, Kevin, when did you join the Strike King staff? Was that early in your career, Kevin?
Yeah, it was in the early to mid '90s when I think it was like 1994, 1995.
Wow. Yes, and so are they one of your oldest sponsors? I don't want to age you, but Strike King.
Yeah, they are. I'm fortunate. I've got quite a few of them that I've been with, you know, for close to my whole career or my whole career. You know, Bass Pro Shops and Nitro.
Right.
Yes.
I've been with my whole career, and Zepco and Quantum. You know, I've been with for all 25 years too. And but you know, Strike King's, you know, that's 21 years or something like that now for me there. So
wow,
and it's been a blast. We've done some amazing things, and that company has changed immensely, especially in recent years. You know, now Strike King is known as probably we're the leader in tournament-driven products and things like that. You know, we got some of the best lures out there for you know anybody to go out and be successful to find and catch more bass with. So, and with the Classic coming up, you know, we're always planning on new things and having new baits come out that hopefully you can do well up with. And this year we've got some of those coming again.
Here they come.
It's great to work with a company that is as passionate as I am.
Well, we're talking to Kevin VanDam. Let's let the folks know this because anybody that's only known by KVD, you know, I was known throughout my life as CLR. You know, that didn't hit. You know,
I thought that was that stuff that you use to clean calcium line
bathroom fixtures.
That's what it was. That's why I don't go by my initials. Okay, that's what it is. But Kevin, going to the Classic, and Ron, I know you'll be there next week in Oklahoma. So ask Kevin something real technical here. Okay.
Really not technical.
I did. Okay.
But Kevin, last year you started an event called Fan to Fame.
Oh, I
Challenge.
Yeah.
And you're going to have it again this year at the Classic, aren't you?
Yep, we're doing it again. It was a great promotion that we did with all the sponsors that I have that actually have booths at the Classic, and we're doing it again this year. And really, what it does is it's kind of a great appreciation promotion for all the fans that I've had over the years. And we give away a lot of products daily. All the fans have to do is go to any of the participating sponsors and just register. We've got people there with iPads to make it real quick and easy.
Awesome.
We give away prizes during the day. But the main thing is the grand prize winner, which we're going to pick on Sunday afternoon, is going to get a VIP experience with me on the final day of the Bassmasters Classic.
Wow.
What not only myself goes through, but what the actual winner does, behind the scenes, kind of see the whole working thing, from a TV standpoint to seeing all the media and what the winner actually experiences. So they'll be there with me. Hopefully, I'm that guy.
There you go.
Well, we're hoping
so
you
for a
are
bass
too.
fishing fan, it's going to be an incredible experience to get that deal. Plus, they get a prize package worth thousands of dollars on top of that too. Of all the great products from other companies that are participating. So it's all the details are on my website, which you can go to. It's just KevinVanDam.com. If you Google my initials, even it'll take you right to it. So
is Ron eligible? Are you eligible, Ron, for this?
I don't think so, but
Okay, I'd like to see you win that,
I will
Ron.
tell you, I encourage
Ron-
all of
Right,
you.
he's going to say.
Ron entered 100 times last year.
Hear that? Ron entered 100 times. No wonder he's bringing it up. Out of the blue,
Yeah.
Ron. I can just see Ron on stage with you.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
Listen, I encourage.
And the thing is you only have to register once, but he did it 100 times. That's how bad he wanted to
It
win.
was fun. It was fun. Hey, I encourage all of our listeners in the Memphis Mid-South area, if you're going to the Bassmaster Classic, and I know a lot of you are,
Yes.
go by booth number 485 there at the expo and sign up. This is a great event.
He's got the booth number even. No wonder you went to 100 times last year.
Whose booth is that?
Yeah, whose booth is that,
That
Ron?
is Kevin's booth.
Okay.
Okay.
Kevin's
The
booth,
Fan
485.
of Fame Challenge booth.
Great. And I know that we're going to have all this, lroutdoors.com, my website.
We're
Ron,
going to have pictures of it.
yeah, we're going to be doing all that. But let's see, Kevin, a year off, here you're back now, and you're in Tulsa. Give our listeners out there a little insight of how you're attacking this, and give us the framework of how you're getting prepared and what do you think's going to happen.
Well, we're actually pre-practicing right now. We get a couple of days, over the weekend here to kind of scout the lake. It's been off limits since the beginning of the year, and things have changed a lot. And but the way the weather's been, being a little with good warming trends and things like that, and more stable through the winter.
Yeah.
It's setting up to where it looks like it's going to be pretty special, I think. Grand Lake is a great pattern lake. It's got a lot of different areas that you can fish. It's got a lot of great habitat, just thousands of boat docks and rock and a lot of shad. So it's just a very fertile lake, and it's got a lot of big bass in it. So I think it's setting up to be one of the best classics, and especially because we were there in 2013
Uh-huh.
from a standpoint of the infrastructure and the flow of traffic around the city and getting people from the outdoor show to the weigh-in area, and that the city's really prepared for it. So if you've ever thought about going to a classic,
This is it.
and you're even dreaming about it, this is going to be a special one to be at. It's going to be very easy to manage and navigate. The outdoor show is it's unbelievable if you're a fishing fan. There's so much to see and do. It's so exciting. They have great live coverage, and there's so much stuff you can see on the internet now, and all the media's there to cover it. But there's nothing like being there yourself. It's so special. It's so electric. There's just nothing like it.
Well, we had Casey Ashley on earlier in the show, Kevin, and I know that he just to be on that stage. You've done it 4 times, and that experience. And I remember you saying one time it's all about attitude, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, that's my motto.
That's your motto, and no matter how old you are or what you're going after it, you said that you enjoyed watching them, Casey wrap his hands around that trophy. Now you've done it 4 times. What's the feeling when you wrap your hands around that trophy?
There's just nothing like it. It's the biggest thing in our sport, and it just means so much to so many people. I mean, you can't do this without great family support.
Yes.
I get more. I've gotten more out of it when I've won, to see the faces of my friends and family there, and what it means to them to kind of be there for all the support that I've gotten, and again too from all the companies that support us. I mean, I was fortunate to win 2 of them back to back in recent years, and
Wow, that's tough.
what that did for Strike King. Be able to do it the way that I did it with the lures that we came out with. It was just a huge boost after, the economy wasn't in the best shape there after 2008. It was just a huge boost for it. So it's really, really important, not only to the angler, but to all their sponsors and like I said, just from your friends and family, there's just nothing like it. It's so far and above anything else in our sport. The Classic is the Super Bowl.
And you don't ever take qualifying for the Classic for granted, do you?
You cannot, for sure. I never have. It's not easy to do. I see some rookies every year at the event, and you can tell they're nervous and they're trying to put their good face on and do all that. But I tell them, I said, man, make sure that you sit back and really enjoy this because it's really special just to be here. The last guy that qualifies for the Classic it is definitely earned it. So it's very, very hard to do. And it's very special to be there.
Well, we talked to Todd Faircloth earlier. I mean, here's a guy that almost wasn't going to make it, and all of a sudden he wins the last event, and all of a sudden he's in the Classic, and who knows what can happen, So,
he's a great angler. He's definitely one that should be on a lot of people's picks.
He's never won it, but still can do it. I mean, that's the thing about
Kevin, we've talked to Todd today and Mark Davis, and they're saying it's going to take somewhere between 17 and 19 pounds to win this thing a day. What is it? Is that about what you're thinking?
Or do you think that?
I think it's going to take all that for sure. You really can't have a bad day. And Grand Lake has the potential for 25-pound bags. Mm-hmm. So I would say that it's going to be probably more than that, to be honest with you. As warm as the winter's been and the conditions of the last couple of weeks, it should set up to be a really, really good Classic. It's just got such a healthy fish population.
Well, Kevin VanDam, we appreciate you being on Outdoors with Larry Ray the week before it. You got fans everywhere, but you got them right here in this studio, too. And there's just a few of us here, but we're pulling for you, Kevin. Thank you for what you meant to the sport and your integrity and the way you've been a spokesman, because I think you've opened the doors for a lot of young guys to even Casey, he mentioned that, too, to do this. I don't believe in luck, guy. Go get them out there, okay?
I don't either. I appreciate it, man. I'm going to do my best.
All right, Kevin VanDam. Thank you, buddy. All right, let's take a break on Outdoors with Larry Ray, and we'll be right back. This is are we going to wrap it? I never know. This may just be a wrap-up time because Kevin how can you go without
follow?
Yeah, how can you follow Kevin VanDam? So let me just tell you about next week's show really quickly, okay? And then we'll come back and wrap up the conversation. Next week will be Open Mic Saturday. We're going to get a report. We're going to get Ron up early next Saturday. Going to give us a report from the Classic, Ron.
Yep.
You're going to be there in the Classic. Yep. And then, hey, we got some great guests. We got Marshall Pinchback of Jacksonville, Florida. You'll say, what? They got we have a big Southern Regional Taxidermy Convention rolling into this area next weekend, and we're going to talk to Marshall about that. They're going to have over 100 of the greatest taxidermists in the southeastern United States. And, that's kind of a lost art for a lot of folks. And taxidermy is really important for making memories. So we're going to talk to Marshall. We're going to talk to another guy, a person, and not a guy, it's a woman from Hot Springs, Arkansas. The Hot Springs National Park will celebrate, that's the oldest national park in the United States.
Really?
I didn't know that.
Yes, it was the very first national park. And so we're going to talk to Josie Fernandez. She's the superintendent over at Hot Springs National Park. And we're going to talk about the big deer rally coming up out in Fayette County with Ty Inman. Of course, we'll get our report from Ron from Gaston Resort. Gene Smith and Dave Gabbert will be in. Big show next week, but Ron Wong will be on the job over there.
Well, yeah, and be sure to check out
LROutdoors.com.
I'll be trying to get some pictures in as quickly as I can to give you a feel of what's going on at the Classic. I can't wait to go by the Strike King booth and see these
Mark Copley will be there.
Lures that Kevin was talking about, and we'll talk to our buddy here, Mark Copley.
And, of course, Mid-South Hunting Fishing News got the latest edition out.
Yes, sir.
It's good stuff in there. Bill Cooksey, so we appreciate you being here.
I appreciate it.
Okay, this is Larry Ray reminding you to do each and every week as we roll into show number 759 since we went on the air in August of 2001. Doesn't cost an extra cent to be a good sport, and God bless the USA.
You can find